Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about monographies. Actually, Dr. Melvin Steinbrom developed 13 monographies to update our ministry, something like that. When I'm teaching and when I'm visiting again the church, I'm using one of these monographies. It's very helpful for our ministry to make more fruitful, more productive. So, I will talk about the first monography today. It says, Lay Pastors Ministry Leadership Group. When I started this ministry, Dr. Melvin Steinbrom advised me to make small groups to do this ministry for entire Korea. Because he told me, you can do it alone. You cannot do it alone for Korea. So I accepted his advice. So I told people around me, pastors, lay people, so I got this idea. So I guess this is very good and helpful for our Korean churches. So I told them, and we gathered together, we started this ministry. It was already 15 years ago. The ministry leadership group is indispensable to a successful lay pastoral care ministry if we plan to provide one-on-one continuous care of God's people. This group will consist of 4 to 12 people who share the vision for the lay pastoral ministry and are committed to creating, implementing, and managing the ministry. They have ownership of the lay pastoral ministry. It is called group because it is to operate as a small group organized around a ministry, bonding with one another, caring for each other, growing together in the Lord, and share life and praying for each other. As leaders of lay pastoral care ministry of their church, they pastor one another. So what they are doing? Number 1, designing the organization structure. Number 2, setting the fellowship and the procedures. 3, planning and implementing the startup. 4, monitoring and guiding the ministry. And 5, managing all phases of the ministry through the years. So Dr. Melvin Steinbrom talk about qualification. What kind of people has to be a group and make this ministry? You know, Moses and Apostle and Saul, they, of course, when they select people, they made some qualification. Here, first, they have to be committed to Christ, the church. Also, their leader is to commit themselves to the group. They are ready to do that. And their leader is to commit themselves to the groups. Be mature. They having proved themselves in faith, relationships, and ministry. It means this leadership group is not only doing PACE, but they are managing and ownership of this ministry at the church, like me, for one country. So they have to be a matured person, not baby, not new Christian. It's not possible to have ownership of this ministry. They have to be matured. Faith, relationship, and the ministry. At least more than 5, 10 years, they have to jump into ministry. Then they are mature person. Available. They have to be available. Not overly committed to other ministry or activities. Their life situation must permit time, energy, sustained attention to this ministry. It says, the people here, the group of people here have to be available to do this ministry. If they are doing many ministry in the local church, it's not possible to do this ministry. Because PAC ministry is very simple. But managing this ministry is very, very difficult and hard work to make successful. I found it last many years. So they have time to do that. They have to be available. Also, they have to be creative, able to combine traditional methods, forms with the emerging principle to create a new ministry. Able to release their hold on how things have been done before and how others are doing. It has to be imaginative. They have to be creative. Of course, Dr. Melvin Steinbrunn made a basic ministry tools. But my experience, they have to be a creative. They have to creative. It's very important because every churches, every person, every people are different. So they have to adapt creatively. And they also have to be communicative, ready and willing to talk, express themselves bravely and clearly. So they have to understand, comprehend, and verbalize abstraction and concept. So this kind of qualification is not easy. We pick up those people at the beginning stage, but later on we have to think about it all the time. And then we have to select people, and when we meet them, we have to share our vision. In my case, we had a training center at the beginning stage. Some of I found they are qualified people. They are trained PAC 12 hours. Then I suggested them, why don't you work with me for Korean churches? They are really mature person. And they said yes. 1 woman and 2 gentlemen. Actually, they made our ministry successful in Korea. I shared the vision to them. Tell what you believe the ministry will mean to the members of church. Explain the purpose of a ministry leadership group. Clarify goals, expectation, and commitment. Pray together about their response. When they say yes, so we have to decide the position. There are 2, 3 important positions. First one is group leader. So I'm suggesting mostly elder or older deaconess. One of them has to be a group leader. He has to make a small group. He has to make a relationship with each other. That's group leader. But the more important person is ministry leader. In our case in Korea, I am the ministry leader. I'm the leader of this ministry. My case. There is one, our staff member is a little older than me, 3 or 4 years older than me. He is kind of a group leader. So he likes to see what's going on here. But me, ministry leader of this ministry, has 100% of responsibility. Ministry lead and coordinate the lay pastoral ministry in all pages. Pages include, number 1, developing and implementing the ministry. 2, calling forth, equipping, commissioning lay pastors. 3, communication to lay pastor and congregation. 4, ongoing equipping of lay pastors. 5, periodic evaluation of lay pastors' ministry. Work with the group leader to establish the agenda for a meeting. Provide ongoing relations with the pastor and official board, church staff, church and regional and national pastors' ministry network. Leaders and guide in the administrative organizational function of the ministry, such as manuals, minute, record, list, correspondence, budget, etc. In my case, I was thinking all the time, I have to do everything because I am the ministry leader. Of course, other staffs are working with me. In the United States, Murray Palmer at Alabama, Praise Memorial Church. Actually, she is the ministry leader of a PACE ministry in a church, 7,000 members, Murray Palmer, Alabama. Elsa in New Jersey, Presbyterian Church. She is the leader of PACE ministry in a church. Melvin said they are calling the point person. Me, I'm the point person in Korea. In another church in Korea, every church, when I'm introducing, when I'm training the church, I'm saying you need to have a point person. Ministry leader, or group leader together, and a ministry group, ownership group, small groups. They have ownership. Successful or failure of this ministry. So the important person is secretary. He has to write down every paper and mailing and managing official work. I have my secretary many years. Still, they are working with me. Yeah, I'm doing many things. They are doing many things also. So, Dr. Melvin Steinbruch said, if we are going to success this ministry, we need to make ministry group. I like to say the ministry group, the people, should be very variety style. If they are almost my style, it doesn't work. I know 7 or 8 people in our staff member, 2 or 3 persons are very similar to my character, to my style. But another gentleman, one person is very strategic style. Other person is very trend. He's leading very new trend in the church, in the surroundings. Some people making money very easily. I don't have talent to do that. And some are making relationship each other very well, kind of fellowships. So when we make a leadership group, small group, we need to make people with a very variety. Then our ministry can be successful. Thank you. God bless you.